Hello everyone, Pally here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Welcome back to the Deep Dive series, where we're going through every character in the Nexus and showing you a variety of ways to play them. We've been fixated on Zeratul recently, both in this series and out. He's been my pet project recently. I hope you guys aren't too sick of him yet. We have a few more videos still coming your way. So far, we've done the auto attack playstyle for Zeratul, as well as the Singularity Spike playstyle for Zeratul. I still stand by Singularity Spike being one of the hardest builds in the entire game. But today, we're playing Cleave Zeratul, substantially easier to use. All we got to do is get near our enemies and press Q. We can even increase the radius of that cleave. And in normal situations, we can also get a burst of damage if we hit multiple heroes as well. I do play a lot of games with viewers. I have my chat in game. We just make a line in chat and I invite the first 4 people that respond to it. But because of that, we do play against a lot of other pre-mades as well. And there was a Cho'Gall in this game. Unfortunately, even though Cho'Gall is 2 characters, Void Slash does not give us damage bonus against them, and that makes me sad. Maybe that's something we could reconsider. Speaking directly to the janitor who's keeping the game running at this point, maybe that's something we could take a look at. Today's match was super fun. I did end up going for a more sustained focused variation. At level 20, there's a lot of decent talents here, but usually people fall into Twilight Falls because it gives you the most burst damage. But we went for full sustain in this game, and it was for very good reason. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to check out more of our deep dive, you can use the playlist down in the video description. But let's jump into today's game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Sky Temple today against a familiar-looking ogre in this deep dive. For the second time today, we're going up against a Cho'Gall, the friendly team Zeratul, Lieutenant Mama Morales, Johanna, Abathur, and Fox on Vala. I imagine a lot of our team's power is going to come from stimming Fox with an Abathur attack speed increase. So I'm going to try to build for a bit more burst damage with my abilities. And to do that, we're getting Greater Cleave. Increases the radius for Cleave by 33%. Here's our radius now. Here's our radius increased. I am going to have to use Blink as our main engage tool. I can get in front of Zarya here and make sure that our Vala can get in range. I can also potentially get in the way of a Cho'Gall with Vorpal Blade and make sure they can't escape. That is not the opening Cho'Gall was hoping for, getting completely wiped at the start of the match, giving us that 1-level lead. And now I'm just going to start soaking too. They're not going to have a good time. I'm not 100% sure on when my power spikes are going to come with this Cleave build, but I imagine it's probably around level 10. We will also potentially get to look at one of the other level 20 ultimates that we have not messed around with either. This build could actually be extremely tanky, which we might need to stand toe-to-toe with a character just like Cho'Gall as well. Might be worth it. I unfortunately did hit her at the wrong time. As she goes to leave, we get in the way and just buy time for Vala to do their damage. I'm going to be body blocking a lot more than I have today, I think, than we have been in other Zeratul videos. That's for sure, too. That is a big component of the character, if you wanted to get down to it, just because we do have more mobility than anyone else. And sometimes you can even body block someone completely in stealth where they can't fight back. It's pretty dang fun. We're going to get Rending Cleave at level 4. We're going to deal 40% additional damage over time every time we use our Cleave. It's a small dot. It's not huge, but every little bit of extra damage can help. And we can double our Cleave in the near future when we hit level 10. I'm not going to get any crazy like in-stealth movement speed bonuses in this setup or anything like that, so I am going to have to adjust a little bit to that mentality. But it does seem as though Cho'Gall is soaking top. No one on the enemy team is soaking bottom, and we still are holding on to our 1-level lead. We're going to be getting the warning about the first objective pretty soon. It's going to be top and middle. Zarya soaking bottom now, going up against a hat and losing. You love to see it. Cho'Gall has backed up from middle. Excuse me, from top. He might be coming down to middle. Just trying to stay out of those Nazebo frogs for the time being. Is he rotating down? My good man. Good to see you. Just making sure Zarya is paying attention, getting those shields on target. She's doing a good job. I don't know why so much of the enemy team is down here, but if they're going to stay, I'm going to keep their attention. As long as we stop Nazeebo from rotating, we gain very, very meaningful numbers advantages in these team fights. Nazeebo's going to be a large portion of their damage. Cho'Gall has taken a camp on the left side of the map. He's moving around towards us right now. Cho does have the passive, so he is mitigating a bit more extra damage. The Singularity Spike did land and slow him down. I'm just going to grab that Region Globe for me. And then I think I can do this point for a little bit. At least until the enemy team decides what they're doing. Yeah, I'll stay. Oh, I was gonna Vorpal Blade back in. You can't do it while you're being knocked back. I was gonna do a little fucking Gazlowe laugh and everything. We are taking Wormhole in this game. What does Wormhole do, you may be wondering? Well, if we blink, we can blink back. Super fun. Used to be the only way I played Zeratul. In fact, it took a very, very, very long time for my brain to not work on Wormhole. We have taken most of this objective. I won't be able to stay too much longer unless I kill off some of these ads. And it looks like we finished it off just in time. I didn't think I could tank that. I thought we were gonna have to leave pretty early there. We do have pretty decent lane clear. I mean, we killed the mage. That's certainly something. Looks like Vala might be getting chased off here. Let's see if we can jump into this fight and be helpful. Cho'Gall is on back line. I don't want to be a hindrance. Slow down, Zarya. Good heal on me. Thank you, Morales. Bottom lane has a huge push. I'm thinking about just leaving this alone and going down there. And see what we can get with Siege here. I like that idea quite a lot. So we're not lowering the cooldown of our blink this game. But being able to reactivate... Ooh. Give me that glove. But being able to reactivate our blink basically means we can engage in a new way that we haven't been able to before, which is something like this, where we jump over a bush, do as much damage as we possibly can, and then right when that wormhole's about to leave, we vanish back into smoke. If we play around that really, really well, it is incredibly hard to keep up with a Cleave Zeratul with Wormhole. But my damage output isn't going to be anywhere near what it would be if we were running the build. What is my pathing right now? The enemy team is pushing out middle pretty aggressively. I want to finish off this with Cho'Gall here. We're going to rethink that. Nazeebo's soaking top. We might be able to put some pressure out against him. We're doing a lot of damage to the Li Ming. I'm going to slow Zarya now. Or excuse me, Li, not Li Ming. I tried to jump in, but I couldn't get over the wall, unfortunately. We need help. I can't stop that. No, sir. No, sir. No way. I can kill the mercenary camp. That's about it. I'm not going to have any percent damage or anything for him either. So we are not the Cho'Gall fighter. That is 100% why Vala is here. Okay. Great damage. I might push out one more wave. The next one's right behind me. And then we'll start roaming around the map a little bit more. We did just get a massive power spike. Might of the Nerazim shouldn't be a surprise here. If you can cast your Cleave more often, then your Cleave does more damage. So we can double Cleave a wave, kill it very quickly, kind of, and then leave. There's a fight happening middle. Lili taken down as Stim Drone hits. Let me see if I can tank this tower for the friendly team and they can just run it down. Okay. All right, sweet. Try to body block this guy, but couldn't get in his way. Can't jump over this right now either. We are taking that tower, though, with some great heals from Morales. Allowed our Vala to just walk in and slay. Monstrosity down in the bottom lane. Let's push this bad boy out. And I'm in position to start the objective right away. We're trying to keep Cho'Gall at a deficit, and so far we're doing a very, very good job. It's the only reason we've been able to stay in this game as of right now. Cho'Gall's on the way to me. Is he stopping in lane? No, he's not. Yes, he is. I'll take this right out. Thank you very much. And I'll wait right here. I can grab Sippy Cup if we need. I can also just wait here for an eternity if we need to. Kind of eyeball this one out. Morales is not here. Let's make sure we are helping our Vala. Singularity Spike did hit. I threw another one. Oh, fuck! Wow. That was a lot of spider damage. That was a lot of spider damage. Holy moly. Cho'Gall is on point right now. They are holding the pass. Is Monstrosity off the map? I think it is. Great CC on Cho. Vala doing a shit ton of damage. Zarya stepping up, trying to mediate this conflict. 3 shots left on the objective. We're back up on the map. That's looking so sketchy. I'm coming. Oh, and away.
Find something else to fight over.
They're going for our camp? Or are they rotating? Big rotation, it looks like. Is he looking for Abathur? I can't figure out why he just took off like a bat out of hell like that. We are going to move to the other side of Nazebo and unload with as much damage as we can. Oh my god, I'm getting auto attack from Zarya and I'm dying. Holy shit. Okay. We did not use my wormhole to get out of that zombie wall, and I could have played that a little bit better. I really need Void Slash. That's a big damage spike. I think in this particular game, I was planning originally on just getting a shield and going in and cloak, but I want to be able to trade with these guys a little bit more, so I'm going to grab Mending Strikes. And there is a reason for that in the near future. Lily using the jug of 1,000 fuck yous to try and stay alive here. She's back up to full fighting health. Let's see if we can just cleave a little bit of damage onto Lily. Vorpal blading in, just putting pressure on her to back up. Unfortunately, pressure's happening at the same time in middle lane. We do see an Abathur top hat coming out, and Morales is trying to heal off of minions to stay alive, but it was not enough. I'll go ahead and deal a little bit of damage to that Lily, try to rotate out of there. Enemy team is going to have access to 2 objectives during this round of towers, and we need to be concerned about that. They could make up for a lot of ground with that. I'm fine. All good, brother. All good. Oh, that's scary. You good? I am not trying to fight that at all. Not trying to fight. You know what? I am trying to fight this motherfucker right here. Where is he going? He's going to this objective. Can I get a hat? I need to mount up with this build. I am so slow. Duplicate that. Don't get zombie walled again this time, you motherfucker. The spiders are out and... Wait, we can do this. Oh god. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! That's terrifying. Thank you, Morales. Thank you. Let's save some lives. Thank you, Morales. Cleave this down as quick as we can. All right. Can we help here? I'll pressure Lily. I've been stemmed. Vorpal. Nice. I'm out. I'm gonna replicate my blink. Okay, I don't remember specifically how wormhole works with Might of Nerazim. So for science, we need to test that really quick. I want to say I returned to the original blink location, but I might be wrong. So friendly team is on objective. I am going to move to take this, which I can take pretty easily. Never mind. Oh god, what are we doing? Void Slash online. We all agree that Void Slash should get a guaranteed proc off of Cho'Gall, right? Because he is in fact 2 heroes. Everyone agrees with this science, right? No one's on the fence here, right? So one thing that we can do with Wormhole that I haven't been doing enough is jump in, big burst, jump out. Wait for cooldowns, do it again. We have a great push bottom. Can I get a hat and we'll take this camp really quick? It is worth mentioning that you probably don't need Mending Strikes if you're playing super... Fuck me. Whatever, you can have it. If you're playing super ambushy, you probably don't need Mending Strikes because you're not going in and trading that much. Well, here goes. We're about to figure out how it works. I'm good. I fucking love this character.
If we don't use it, we lose it.
Mana is a bit of an issue. I didn't foresee that coming. We are using a lot of cleaves, dude. We're using a lot of cleaves. Abathur is cleaning up top. There is a fight middle. Let's see if we can get ourselves in there. Vala just obliterates a small panda right in front of our eyes. Next objective will only be middle. We do have a talent tier advantage right now. Do we want to boss? We can boss really fast. Do we want to do that? They don't have a healer. Flick in. Double cleave. That's not even doing much damage with the... So we have a bunch of stuff working against us if we're diving under towers like that now, and that wasn't always the case. Beautiful damage. If we attack someone underneath a shit. I almost died to fucking bugs. If we attack someone underneath a structure, they get a big damage mitigation buff. It's like 35% less damage. I hit Nazebo with a double cleave and it wasn't even moving his health at all. So jumping under towers like that used to be extremely viable. Looks like that is no longer the case anymore. I am going to work on middle, making the enemy team think this is our sole focus. If we need to get down here, I was just going to abandon it right away. Cho'Gall is still down, so this is a massive, massive push for us. And if we hit level 20, which is kind of looking like we might, I'm going to use a talent that does not get seen very often. I at least don't hear many people speaking about it, and it's Mending Strikes. Heal for 60% of damage, spell damage dealt to all heroes. So this is not going to heal us for more with these auto attacks like Mending Strikes is, but Shadow Mending is going to heal us for our cleave damage. Also the dot damage that follows up that cleave damage. So we can get into a fight and actually hold our positioning a little bit more than we would be able to do otherwise. I also think for that reason, if we were doing this build, a totally viable option. Whoa. Would be Shadow Hunter at level 1. All right, let's see what happens now. We'll just push this right into tower. What could go wrong? Try to stress out the capabilities of Cho'Gall a little bit. I wish I was faster. I'm out. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, Shadow Mending online. See what we can get away with. I see my target. New target. Oh. Oh. Oof. 3, 2, 1. That's so stupid. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much, dude. Okay, push this lane out. We'll get this under tower. I'm heading for bottom objective in 20 seconds. I could push this out for the team, and I think that would be a decent use of my time. They just got some really good kills in lane. I love to see it. Okay, and we'll get this bad boy moving. I might be able to take one more. Probably not. Probably not. Let's just take objective. The only building still remaining is the bottom fortress. And the friendly team is on the core right now. I'm going to say, Cleave did surprisingly less damage than I was expecting. This used to be the only build I played. This was it. And now that I've played the one build, obviously it's significantly more difficult to use. If you miss a single W, you're basically out of the game for the next 20 seconds. But the damage increase is so much higher. I do think my sustain would have made a difference if we were jumping in and actually cleaving onto enemies there. And we do get pretty big damage bonuses when We hit multiple enemies with that cleave too, which I will die on this hill should have killed Cho'Gall more, because they are two. They are one and they are two. Now food for today's video: Greater Cleave into Rending Cleave, Wormhole into Might of the Nerazim, Mending Strikes into Void Slash, and we rounded things off with Shadow Mending. The lack of damage from not getting all of my abilities back at level 20 was very noticeable, but I think that sustain could give us that edge to just thrive through anything. It's kind of fun moving around, just getting objectives while the enemy team wasn't paying attention. Yo, what's in the water? Why are we fighting so many Cho'Galls today? If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. There is more of the deep dive down in the video description, covering characters all over the Nexus. So check it out if you want. I can't tell you what to do.